we love. Yeah, we all want something more. That it is worth fighting for. If only love could find a song. If only hearts didn't have to fall. We can build sleep to make things right. So instead, we'll sleep alone tonight. It's all about fate. One in my hands. When we enough to understand why we feel lost in a world so small. If only love could find us all. If only love could find us. Hey, good afternoon. Kamusta kayo? Kamusta ng Wally Angel? Okay, so later, naka-ready na yung test ninyo. So, it will be from 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. Inayos ko kasi. One, two. Yan. So, meron lang kayong 5 problems na isosolve. 5 problems na kayang-kaya ninyo. Hey, class, and then nag-check ako ng mga assignments ninyo, activities. So, wala pa lang mga deadlines yon. Wala pa lang akong deadlines na nalagay. All the activities are to be submitted or deadline next week. Next Friday. Okay? Your activities will be due till next Friday. Okay, so let's start. Let's start in like 3 minutes. So, ilan pala kayo? 24? Meron bang hindi makapasok sa Canvas conference natin? Meron pa bang mga hindi naka-access nung ano natin, experiment? Sige, i-adjust ko na lang yung deadline sa Monday. Mamaya ako nag-gagawin yun. Wala. Experiment 4. Nag-experiment 4 na ba yung... Di ba, di pa kayo? Oo. Di pa. Sa Monday pa lang tayo mag-experiment 4. Okay. Mamaya. Okay, so for today, we will be discussing source transformation and superposition. Ayan. So, okay, so this is another method of solving circuit networks in source transformation and superposition. Okay, so let's start with the lecture. Okay, so what is source transformation? So this is a process of replacing a voltage source in series with the resistor R by a current source in parallel with the resistor or vice versa. Okay, so that means we are dependent. We are simplifying kasi circuits. So if you will look at the figures, ayan. So a voltage source in series with the resistor can be transformed into a current source which is parallel to a resistor, or vice versa. So if you are given a current source in parallel to a resistor, you can transform it into a voltage source which is in series with a resistor. Okay, the transformation method is an application of Ohm's law. Okay, mag-Ohm's law lang kayo to get the current or the voltage for the transformation. Ayan. Okay, so Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Okay, so this is a source transformation using independent sources. Okay, for for dependent sources, it's just the same. Okay, class. But be careful with the direction. Okay, class, yung arrow, if you will notice, yung arrow nung ating current source is pataas. Kung nasaan yung positive, doon yung direction ng arrow. Okay, kung saan yung positive, doon siya. Kung nakabaliktad dito, dapat ito niyan ay magiging negative positive. Okay, so be careful with those signs and directions. Yeah. Okay, so ano ba yung method na gagawin? So, ang purpose nito is we will transform the network in such a way na magiging na lang siyang simple. As in, pwedeng isang series na lang siya or nakaparallel na lang siya. O yun yung ating gagawin. So, ito will require a lot of drawing. Parang ang method na to is lagi kayong nagdo-drawing because of the transformation. Okay, so let's have an example. Okay. So use source transformation to find V in the circuit below. Yeah. Find V in the circuit below. So as much as possible, we don't want to transform that. Okay. So as much as possible, we don't want to transform what is unknown, yung 4V. So, wag yun yung transform natin. So, yung transform natin ay yung... Ayan. So, which one? So, we are given, number 1, we're given this circuit. Three amperes, 8 ohms, and 6 volts. So this is 4 ohms. So what we should do is we can transform some sources into either a voltage source or a current source. Okay, so in this case, ano ang itatransform natin? Since ito yung hinahanap natin, so let's not transform ito. Dito muna tayo. Okay, this one is a voltage source in series with a resistor. So that means we can transform that as a current source in parallel with a resistor. Okay? So that means if I will redraw that, okay, magiging ganyan yan. Okay, kaya ano magiging value nito? So magiging value ng IS. So IS then will be 6 volts over 8 ohms. So that's equal to a 0.75 ampere. Okay? Ngayon, lahat na sila ay nakaparallel. So, meron pa tayong pwedeng i-simplify. So, ito tsaka ito, pwede natin silang i-simplify kasi nakaparallel sila. Since they are on the same direction, so mangyayari niyan ay i-add lang natin sila. So, that will be 3.75 ampere. We'll have 8 ohms and we'll have 4 ohms. So, hinanap natin ano ang voltage ng 4 ohms. Okay, pwede naman natin itong... Okay, kung ayaw mag-current division, pwede naman natin silang i-parallel. So, ano ang parallel ng 4? Parallel to 8 to 8. Okay, it's 8 over 3 ohms. So that means if we will redraw that, yeah. So we have a 3.75 ampere source and 8.3 8 over 3 ohm na resistor. And since, yan, pwede natin kunin ano ang magiging voltage dito. So therefore, voltage is equal to IR, which is equal to 3.75 times 8 over 3. So what's our voltage? Okay, it's 10 volts. Can we conclude that the voltage across 4 ohms is also 10 volts? Can we conclude that? Yes, kasi pwede dahil okay, parallel sila. Tama. So we can conclude that the voltage across 4 ohms is also 10 volts kasi nakaparallel sila. Okay. Okay, so there's another solution. So that is solution in terms of simplifying the current sources. What if ang gagawin ko ay I will or. So let's have the other solution. What if ang gagawin ko is itatransform ko naman yung side na to. Okay? So, ang gagawin ko, ito ay magiging isang hindi ko mabura. Itong part na to, gagawin ko siyang isang resistor at saka source, voltage source. Okay? So, ito niyan ay magiging 4 ohms. Tapos ito naman ay magiging, okay, ano ang VS? So, VS is equal to IR. So, that's equal to 4 times 3 or 12 volts. Okay, so that means I can redraw it. Yan, so this is 12 volts, and this is 4 ohms, and this is 8 ohms, and this is 6 volts. Okay, now can I simplify this too? Yes, so this is they are in series. Okay, pwede naman kasi mag-KVL ka ng buo dito. Since series siya, kaya lang hindi sila pareho ng direction. So, mangyayari niyan is magiging silang either subtractive or additive. Since yung positive, going positive siya, negative, negative. So, therefore, they are subtractive. So, sino yung mas mataas? O, yun yung sign na susundan natin. And since ito mas mataas, so dito na lang. Okay, so that's 12 minus 6. So, that will be 6 volts. Tapos, pwede namang i-add na rin natin to magiging 12 ohms. And then we will just have the ayan, yung current. So yung magiging I total is equal to 6 over 12. So which is 0.5. Handali. Madislap lang ang sagot. Saan ba nagkamali? Point 5 times hindi pa rin ang sagot. Weird. Sandali. Huh? Oh. Okay, wait. Let me get something. Huh? Okay, para kasi it's not good na yun yung minumove mo yung Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so probably I'll go back with that later. Okay. But the answer is 10 volts. I'll just check it later. Ano ba ginawa ko? Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to the next example. Okay. Using source transformation, find Ix in the circuit below. So class, pag medyo may mahirap pag meron tayong dependent sources, talagang kailangan hindi ka pwedeng magta-transform kung saan dependent yung variable na yon. Okay, like in this one, hindi natin pwedeng ilipat yung Ix. Or hindi natin pwedeng i-transform yung may 10 ohms kasi nandoon yung nakadepende yung ating voltage source na nasa right side. So, kailangan ganyan lang siya. Okay? So, gagawin natin yan. In this case, letter B, number 2. So, kung meron tayong 24 milliamperes, then we have 5 ohms. Okay, baliktad dito. Okay, 2 Ix. 10 ohms. Nandito yung Ix. Ayan. So ita-transform natin ito niyan ay, yung part na to, magiging siyang isang parallel at saka isang current source. Dependent din. Okay, dependent. Tapos nandito yung ating 24 milliamperes. Then nakaparallel yung 10 ohms. Nasaan yung Ix. Kung ito ay 5 ohms, ano ang magiging direction ng current source natin? Kasi since nasa baba yung positive, so this should be like this. Ano anong value niya? So ang value niya ay yan. So that should be 2Ix over 5. Okay. Okay. 2Ix over 5. So that's equivalent to 0.4 Ix. Yeah. 0.4 Ix. Okay, and then we can combine the two. Yan, ang susundan natin direction, kayo nang bahala sa saan. So ito na lang. So kung ito yung susundan natin ng direction, syempre, meron tayong dependency dito. So gagawin natin siyang ganyan. Ayan. So this is 5 ohms. This is 10 ohms. And this is IX. Ngayon, susundan na lang natin yung direction nito kung pataas siya. So therefore, mas mataas ito compared doon. So ito niyan ay magiging 24 milliampere minus 0.4 IX. Ayun. Naalala niyo po ba yung current division? Kung hindi tayo gagamit ng current division, gagawin natin. Okay, naalala niyo pa ba yung sa current division? Okay, kung hindi, kumari din tayo maalala yung current division. So, gagawa tayo ng paraan. So, limbawa ito, so tawagin natin itong I1. So, kung magki-KCL tayo, KCL dito, so that should be I1 plus IX is equal to 24 minus 0.4 IX. Tama? KCL. So, KCL, okay, I1 plus IX is equal to 24 minus 0.4 IX. Okay, so to simplify this, so this will be I1 plus 1.4 IX is equal to 24. So let this be our first equation. Okay, so alam natin na since itong dalawa ay parallel, so since parallel sila, so therefore 10IX is equal to 5I1. So therefore, I1 is equal to, we divide the whole equation by 5, it is 2IX. 2IX. Then we'll substitute that to this equation. So therefore, okay, 2IX plus 1.4IX is equal to 24. Or 3.4IX is equal to 24. So divide this by 3.4. So IX is equal to 7.06 milli. 7.06 milliamperes. Ayan. Okay, 7.06 milliamperes. Okay, ito ay kinuha ko doon sa, okay, since parallel sila, so parallel itong dalawang to, pareho sila ng voltage. Ito ay to have another equation with I1 and IX. So since nakuha ko ang relation ng dalawa, that I1 is twice IX. So therefore, substitute natin sa first equation. So that will get a 7.06 milliamperes. Ayan. Okay? So, any question? Okay. Okay, so let me go back to the previous example. Ayan. Ayan. So, hey class. So that means yung I total dito, I total natin is 0.5. So that means it's 0.5. Okay? So the current flowing dito is it's 0.5 ampere. So therefore we can have a voltage for 8 ohms. And so therefore the voltage will be 8 times 0.5. So 8 times 0.5 is 4. Kaya lang the direction is in this direction. So therefore ito ang positive, ito yung negative. Okay, so we'll have 4 volts. Then if you will get the KVL dito, KVL, babalik ko na siya sa dati, magki-KVL ako dito. So that means I'll have negative 6 minus 4 plus V is equal to 0. So V is equal to 10 volts. Kaya mahirap na kung saan yung hinahanap mo ay tina-transform mo rin siya. So as much as possible, hindi mo siya ita-transform. Nire-retain mo lang siya. Okay? Ang dami natin. Any question? Ano ba yun? This one. Let's have the next example. Okay, find VO in the circuit. Let's have example number 3. Ayan, so hinahanap natin is this one. So as much as possible, we'll not transform that. So what should we do? Okay, so let's do them simultaneously. Simultaneously, what I mean is, I'll transform this part. At the same time, I will transform this part. Okay? So as much as possible, gagawin na lang natin siyang simple na pwedeng nakaparallel na lang siya sa isang current source with another resistor or nakaseries siya sa isang voltage source at saka isa pang resistor. So halimbawa in this case, so I can transform this as this. Ganyan. Ito naman, ay, madali ba siya doon? Okay, sige. Tingnan natin kung effective ba yon. Yeah. And then we'll have this connection. So this is VO. This is 8 ohms. Then we'll have 3 ohms. Then we'll have a current source. Since yung positive pataas, so this will be pataas. Okay, baliktad dito. Kung gagawin natin siyang ganyan, so that means ito ay negative positive. And then this will be 4 ohms. Itong 2 ohms. Ngayon, ano magiging value nito at saka value nun? So yung value ng V then will be 3 times 4, which is 12 volts. Ito naman, I then will be 12 over 3, which is 4 amperes. So this is 4 ampere. Okay? Nakakuha niyo ba? Let me remove that. Ayan. Okay, so not done yet. So that means we can simplify these two. So let me redraw again. So if they are in series, so we'll just add them. So that will be 6 ohms. And then we'll have 8 ohms again with the VO. And then we have 3 ohms. And then we'll have 4 amperes. Ayan. Okay, what should we do next? We'll try to avoid that, na ipaparallel natin sila. We'll try to avoid that. Meron pa ba tayo mas-simplify nito? What do you mean, Noel? Baka pala pinangungunahan kita. Okay. Akala ko na parallel. Parallel lang kasi sinabi mo. Okay, so ito transform natin. So ito transform natin. Okay, transform natin ito na magiging siyang current source at saka nakaparallel yung 6 ohms. Okay, sige, tama. Kasi sa kabay ba, baliktad ko siya. So that means nandito yung 6 ohms. Okay, nandito yung 8 ohms. 3 ohms. 4 amperes. And ano ang value nito? So I then will be, wait, 12 volts pala to. I then will be 12 over 6. So it will be 2 amperes. Okay? Ayan. Next. So since nakaparallel na lahat, that means we can add this 2. Okay? So let's add the 2. Susundan natin syempre yung mas mataas. Ayun. So they are not on the same direction. And then let's have a parallel of these 2 as well. So what's okay, so get 6 parallel with 3. So that's equal to, calculate. Okay, it's 2. Okay, 2 ohms. And then we'll add the 2. So that will be like this. So I'll have 8 ohms. 2 ohms. 2 amperes. Ayan. So nandito yung VO plus minus. Okay? Na gets nyo ba how it happened? Ayan. Pwede namang mag-voltage division tayo, current division, or pwede rin namang mag-transform tayo ulit. So, this one can be transformed as well. So, we can transform that into this one. And then we'll add the 8 ohms. Yeah. So, this is 2 ohms. And this is, so V is 2 times 2 or 4 volts. 4 volts. Pag ganyan kasi, ang ano na lang natin, pwede tayong mag-voltage division or if you want to get the total current, so I total is equal to 4 over 10. So that is 0.4 amperes. So therefore, VO is equal to 8 times 0.4 or 3.2 volts. Yan. 3.2 volts. Okay. Any question? Wala. Okay. So let's have another example. Okay, example number 4. Ayan. So we are given this circuit, okay, with three sources. Walang source yung isa. So it's 40 microampere, 3 volts, 75, 6 ohm. Okay, ayan. Okay, so we are given three sources. This one is 3 volts. This is 40 microamperes. This is 75 microamperes. This is 4 mega ohm. This is 200 kilo ohm, 1 mega ohm, and 6 mega ohm. Okay, Zedron. Okay, so we are to find what is the voltage across this one. Okay, so that means we should not be transforming 1 mega ohm. It's not part of the transformation. So that means also we should not be transforming yung 3 volts dito. What we should do is we will transform the others. Okay? So ang unahin natin ay I'll transform this one and this one. Yeah. Okay, so therefore that will be a plus minus, and then our 4 mega ohm, and then our 6 mega ohm resistance. Ayan. On the other side, so I'll have V and 1 mega ohm, and then I'll have 3 volts. Okay, if we will transform this, so it will be a series of a voltage source and a resistance. So this will be 200 kilo ohm. And since ito ang direction ng ating current source, so this will be plus minus. Okay? Did you get it? So this one is this part. This one is this part. So this part, this one is this part, and this one is this part. Ayan. Okay, now let's get the values of our voltage source here. So therefore, the voltage source will be, okay, V is equal to 75 microampere times 4 mega ohms. So that's equal to mali. Okay, it is 75, 300 volts. Okay, so this is 300 volts. Okay, and this one is, ito naman, voltage is 40 microampere times 200 kilo ohm. So that's a 40 exponent raised to negative 6 times 200 exponent to 8 volts. Okay, so this will be 8 volts. And then, since this is a single series circuit, so we'll just simplify all of them. So that means we will only have a 1 voltage source, and then the combination of our resistance, and of course our 1 mega ohm resistance. So this is V. Dito plus minus. Plus minus. So if you will add that 4, the 3 pala, so that will be 6.8 It's 10.2. So it's 10.2 mega ohm. And if you'll add the 3, so this one and this one are additive, that one is subtractive. So 300 plus 8 minus 3. So it's 305 volts. Ayan. Okay, so what you can do is pwede kayong mag-voltage division or kung ayaw nyo, is kunin nyo na lang yung I total. Ayan. So what's I total? So that's 305 over 10.2 mega plus 1 mega. So that's equal to okay, it's 2.7. Point, ay, 27.23 microampere. So therefore, V is equal to 1 mega ohm times 27.23 microampere. Okay, so the answer is 27.23 volts. Ayan. Okay? Okay, yan yung ating source transformation. Any question? If you want more examples, I can give, I'll take a photo of the examples on the book and then post it in our group for you to practice. Ayan. So next meeting na lang natin i-discuss yung pinakaayaw ng mga estudyante. Kasi medyo mahaba yan. Yung superposition. Superposition. So this one is the most liked by electrical engineering students. The next one will be the one of the hated part method. But I'll discuss it on Monday. So sa Monday ko na lang i-discuss yon superposition method. Okay, ang superposition kasi yung haba ng solution nakadepende sa number of sources. Okay, kung halimbawa ito, tatlo ang sources niya, magkakaroon ka ng tatlong solution. At yung tatlong solution na yon, yung mga sagot doon, i-add mo lang sila to get your answer. So kung 5 yung sources natin, 5 beses mong isosolve yung circuit. 5 beses. Kaya hindi siya masyadong gusto ng mga estudyante. So they rather use this one, source transformation, rather than superposition. Kaya naman ako, ulit-ulit lang, pero mahaba masyado yung superposition. But this one is ulit-ulit pero pinaiksi mo lang kasing solution. At the end, nung first solution mo, tapos ka na. Unlike sa superposition, 5 beses mong isosolve yung isang problem. Kada source. Okay? So later, I will activate your exam and yung mga hindi pa nakapag-pass ng experiment, I will ask for the code and then extend your submission until Monday. Okay? Any question? Sige. So that ends our discussion for today. Kung wala kayong question, ayoko nang i-open yung or probably you can have another example ba for 5 minutes. O sige. Sample number 5. So let's have one more. Hmm. Ayan. So in this example, we want to find the value of V, which is across the 2 volt, 2 ohm resistor. Okay. So what should we do? So we cannot transform this one. So what we are gonna transform is this. Kaya ba siya? Parang maano kasi magpa-parallel sila. Mm. Mm. Sabagay. May pasos. Nag-iisip ako dito sa gitna. Kung anyway, so let's just try it. So dito, so this can be a current source and a resistor. So current will be 5/7 volts. Ayan. And then this one will be 2 ohms plus minus. And how will I transform this one? So I'll transform that as a resistor, 3 ohms, and a current source. But the current source is baliktad. So that will be 1 ampere. Ay, ba't volts ito? Ampere. And then I'll have a 3 volts doon. Magganyan naman na napili ko. Tapos na. Di naman natin kailangan i-solve. Andun na pala siya, di ba? Ba't pala, obvious naman pala, the answer is 3 volts. Okay, so mali yung napili kong mali yung napili kong problem. Hindi ko man agad napansin. Okay, so the answer is 3 volts already because this and this are in parallel. So if they are in parallel, therefore, you have the same voltage. So if this is 3 volts, therefore this is also 3 volts. Madali din naman kung dito yung voltage, i-KVL ko lang naman dito. So kung 3 volts ito, 5 volts yun. Anong sagot dito? So it should be 2 volts. Okay, 2 volts. 2 volts. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Okay, so that ends our session for today. So, do you have any question? Later, may pinag-iisipan pa akong isang number sa test ninyo kung tatanggalin ko na ba siya o hindi. I only gave you five problems. But I'm still thinking if I will remove one. Yung number 3, yung pinag-iisipan ko, yung number 3. Pero kaya naman yun. Sa bagay, take home naman. No? O sige. Meron pa ako until 4 o'clock. 4:45 to decide kung tatanggalin ko ba siya o hindi. Okay. So that's it for today. So wala na kayong question. Today class. So enjoy your weekends. Happy Fiesta next week. Okay. Okay, so sandali. I-edit ko na yung sa submission ng ano ninyo, laboratory reports. Okay, so it will be on Monday. Yan. So, na-edit ko na. Wait, na-try ko muna i-edit. It's so perfect in my hands. To understand why we feel lost in a world so small. Ay, ano ito? Supermetry pala yun.